Moving on, we are going to start with the second chapter in sociology, and that is the fundamental concepts of sociology. So what are fundamental concepts? Some certain important terms in the field of sociology which are used. So we need to understand those terms in order to understand the subject of sociology. Okay. In order to understand any science, it is essential to know the concept used by it as its subject matter. So what are they saying? In order to understand any science, you need to understand certain concepts which are there in that particular subject. For example, if you take physics, so what is force, what is action, what is reaction, so what are these terms, how do you use it, where are they used? All these knowledge is very, very important. So similarly, whenever you are studying sociology, there are certain terms, there are certain words, which what words they are, why are they used, it's very important to understand that. Each science has its own notions or concepts, theory, perspective and definitions. So what they are saying, each science has its own concepts, it has its own theories, it has its own ways to look at the things. Perspective meaning to look at things, the way you view things. So each subject views a particular thing in a particular way. Their definitions are also different. Notions or concepts are the words selected by each science which indicate specific meaning through which the science explains and presents its study material. So what are they saying? Each science has its concepts, and through those concepts they introduce the subject to us. They make us understand the main matter of the subject. Notions are logical formation indicating an event. So what are they saying? That these concepts are logical. Okay, there is a reason why certain words are used or certain concepts are used. So these concepts are very, very logical. Okay, and these concepts have come out of an event. For example, how did the term society came? Because group of people were there, an event happened, and because of that the term society came up. Okay, so each concept have logic to it, have a reason to it, and it's because of an event that this particular concept has come up. Notions of any science are precise, meaningful and can be varied through sense organ, and they can also be explain the concerned event. So any concept in science, they are precise એટલે point to point hoy. There is a certain meaning to it, and you can verify it through your sense organs, meaning through seeing, hearing, speaking, tasting. You can verify those concepts. Like in science we have concepts like sweet, sour, bitter. These are the taste of your tongue. And how do you experience these? When you eat food, you are like khatu che, kadvu che. So these are the concepts which have emerged because of the events that are happening. Okay. Such furnished language of the notion is known as term. Sociology also uses certain concepts to observe, verify and interpret social events. Friends, in this chapter we will discuss some concepts in sociology such as society, community, group, social status, role, social norms, social control. So what are they saying is, because of these concepts the language of the subject becomes proper. It's because of these concepts that certain terms, certain words are formed. Okay, and obviously in sociology also there are certain concepts which you can observe, which you can study, which you can verify, which you can understand, you can discuss. Okay, and in this chapter there are various concepts which we are going to do, and they are society, community, group, social status, role, social norm, social control. What are these words? What do they mean? We will do it further when we go in the chapter. The first is society. Very, very important. Sociology means society. What is this term? We use the word society in everyday dealing, but in sociology it has precise meaning. So every day in our life we keep using the word society, 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 society. But in the field of sociology, in the field of sociology, the term has particular meaning to it. Okay, there is a reason why the word society is connected to the subject of sociology. Society is comprehensive, extensive concept. Okay, so society is a big concept. Okay, it's an extensive એટલે મોટો concept છે. It has very deep meaning to it. One thing that needs to be clarified here is that we are familiar with human society only as our interests and benefits are linked to it. So we human beings are only concerned with human society. We don't care about animals and plants and all these things. Why? Because in our everyday life we only deal with human beings, right? So that is why our main concern is attached to human society. Why? Because we benefit from it. This may lead to misunderstanding that society is confined to humans only, but animals, birds, insects are also live collectively. So what happens that sometimes we misunderstand the fact that society is only related to human beings. No. Even animals live together, even birds live together. So they also have a society. There have been a scientific study on a group life of termite, honeybee and chimpanzee, etc. Thus, organisms other than human beings have their society and they live a community life. So there were a group of studies done, a scientific study done by the people on termite. Termite એટલે insects have. Okay. So they have done a study on termite, they have studied honeybees, they studied chimpanzee, they studied ants. And when they studied all these animals, okay, people realized that they also live a life. Okay, they live a group life, they live a community life. Community એટલે group life. So they also live a community or a group life. So therefore society does not mean it's only related to human beings, but it is also related to animals, birds, plants, insects, all these things. In terms of living collectively, human society and society of other organisms are similar. So in terms of living, how we live, the society of human beings and society of animals are similar. Okay? It is only through a group or community life that they satisfy their needs, such as sustaining, protecting themselves, maintaining population, entry of new members, maintaining new systems through division of labor and group unity, etc. You can see in the pictures how chimpanzee have evolved into human beings. So what are they trying to tell us? That we human beings are also dependent on our society. We human beings are also dependent on our community, or we are also dependent on group. Why are we dependent on the group? Because they give us protection. Okay, we have to live in we have to live with them in order to increase the population. For example, I have to live in my group in order to marry someone and in order to produce children with them. Okay, so obviously I stay with them to maintain the population, entry of new members into the group, maintaining rules and regulations of the group. Okay, division of labor, who is going to be working, who is not going to be working. All these things are related to community, all these things are related to society. Okay, and in the picture you can see over here, first how we were monkeys, and from the monkeys we became human beings. We have evolved એટલે we have changed. So therefore we can, when you study human society, you also see lot of similarities or lot of common things between monkeys and human beings. Okay, because human beings have come out from the animals.